Most rappers need constant music drops to stay in the spotlight, but Playboi Carti, he's built a career doing the exact opposite. He disappears for months, sometimes years, rarely gives interviews and barely posts online, and yet, when he does show up, the entire internet stops just to pay attention. How does someone release so little music, but remains one of the most relevant and talked about rappers? This is the genius of Playboi Carti. From the very beginning, Playboi Carti built his brand around mystery. Unlike artists who have overshared every single detail of their life, Carti has mastered the art of saying less. His presence is rare, his words are few, and that silence builds anticipation. Fans don't know what he's planning, when he's dropping, or what he's even up to. And that unpredictability creates obsession. In today's age of constant content, Carti's silence is his own marketing strategy. By giving the world almost nothing, he makes everything he does release feel like an event. Playboi Carti started gaining traction in the mid-2010s with songs like Broke Boy and his collaborations with A$AP Mob. His self-titled debut mixtape in 2017 gave us tracks like Magnolia and Woke Up Like This, songs that defined an era of SoundCloud rap. But what set Carti apart wasn't just the music, it was the vibe. His delivery was minimalist, his ad-libs infectious, his presence magnetic. He wasn't trying to be the most lyrical, he was building a feeling. That feeling created a cult-like fan base. Carti fans weren't casual listeners, they were devoted. And that devotion is exactly why he doesn't need to flood the market with constant releases. The fans will actually wait. In 2020, Carti dropped Whole Lotta Red. After years of hype and countless leaks, the rollout was chaotic. Fans were impatient, but when the album finally dropped, it debuted at #1 on the Billboard charts. At first, the reception was mixed. The production was aggressive, punk-inspired, and experimental. But over time, Whole Lotta Red became a cult classic, influencing the entire sound of the underground rap. This moment proves something. Even after years without a project, Carti could still dominate the conversation. In fact, the waiting only made the release bigger. So why doesn't Carti drop often? Because anticipation is part of his brand. By withholding music, he makes fans crave it. Every leak, every snippet, every live performance becomes an event. His contents are filled with unreleased songs that fans memorize from grainy phone recordings. No other artist has people screaming lyrics to songs that technically don't even exist on streaming platforms yet. This scarcity creates value. Just like luxury brands release limited editions to build hype, Carti releases music like it's a rare drop. When he finally delivers, the culture treats it like a holiday. Carti's relevance goes beyond his discography. He's a style icon, pushing boundaries of fashion and aesthetics. From gothic fits to punk-inspired looks, Carti has reinvented himself multiple times. Fans copy his style, designers want him in their campaigns, and his image fuels his mystique. Even when he's silent musically, his fashion choices or rare public appearances keep him trending. This is what separates Carti from typical rappers. He's not just an artist, he's a cultural figure. Music is only one part of the package. Despite not dropping much, Carti's influence is everywhere. The baby voice era on Die Lit, the rage beats of Whole Lotta Red, the punk-inspired energy, all of it shaped today's underground and mainstream rap scenes. Artists like Yeat, Ken Carson, and Destroy Lonely, members of his Opium Collective, carry his sound forward, keeping him relevant even when he's silent. Carti doesn't really need to flood the market because his style has already become the blueprint for a new generation. So before I speak about why some people think Carti hates his own fans, I'll speak about the power of scarcity and mystique. In a world where artists oversaturate themselves, Carti thrives on scarcity. By not giving fans what they want right away, he builds obsession. This is done by rarely speaking. He builds mystery, and by reinventing his sound with each release, he stays ahead of the curve. Just think about it. If Carti dropped every 6 months, would his music feel special? Probably not. But because he disappears, when he does eventually come back, even though he does take a very long time sometimes, it does tend to feel so monumental. And to add to that, Carti concerts are another piece of the puzzle. His live shows are chaotic, almost a religious experience. Fans rage, mosh pits, scream unreleased lyrics. It's more than music, it's a movement, and every performance keeps his name alive again and again and again, even when he's silent on every streaming platform. So, for the moment you've all been waiting for, does Carti really hate his fans? If you spend any time in any Carti fan circles, you'll hear the same jokes over and over. Carti hates his fans. It's even become a meme. The idea that he ignores them, starves them of music, and never communicates. But is this actually true? On the surface, Carti's relationship with his fanbase can feel, I suppose, distant. He rarely speaks to them directly. He'll tease snippets for months and then never drop them. He will announce music in interviews and then vanish. To some fans it feels like neglect, like he's purposely trolling them. But if you look deeper, it's not hate, it's control. Carti understands the power of mystery, and part of that is refusing to give fans exactly what they demand. By not catering to them, he keeps the upper hand. It makes his eventual drop unpredictable, which fuels obsession even more. There's also the fact that Carti values art over accessibility. He's not worried about pleasing everyone. He's focused on building a sound and an image that lasts, that can come off as dismissive to fans who want constant content. But it's really about maintaining his actual vision. And let's be real, if Carti truly hated his fans, he wouldn't give them some of the wildest live performances in rap today. His concerts are literally chaotic, as said before, high energy, and filled with unreleased songs. So he's still maintaining that relationship. Although he may not be dropping, he's still giving the fans something. But it's just different to what any other rappers are doing in this day and age. So, if you are a dedicated listener to Carti, in many ways he actually does show love, but just not in the traditional way. He shows love through the experience, not through constant interaction. So no, Carti doesn't hate his fans. He challenges them, he frustrates them, he makes them wait, and that tension is part of what keeps the Carti fandom so unique. It's a love and hate dynamic, and honestly, that's why the culture around him is so strong, and I don't think it's gonna slow down anytime soon. Playboi Carti doesn't need to drop music constantly because he's mastered something bigger: culture. His mystery keeps us guessing, his fashion keeps us watching, his influence keeps shaping the sound, and his concerts keep fans devoted. Even the idea that he hates his fan is part of a myth, a narrative that makes him even more fascinating. In an industry built on oversharing, Carti built a brand on silence, and that silence made him louder than everyone else. That's why Playboi Carti doesn't drop music, and still remains one of the most relevant artists alive. If you've got to the end of the video, I just would like to say thank you, and I really appreciate it. If you could please like and subscribe, that would be great, and also share your thoughts in the comments down below. Does Carti hate his fans? Or do you think the gimmick of not actually saying anything is what he should continue to do, or should he change the way he's operating? Thank you. I'm out.